Good afternoon, friends. So, in today's session, we will talk about building blocks on percentage calculation. So, what are different type of things which you should know for doing the questions on calculation? We'll try to remember some of the reciprocals, which will be helpful in solving lot of questions on percentages. So, we will try to remember all those reciprocals. Also, in the meantime, we'll talk about a typical questions on percentages and we'll try to understand how to solve those questions. Okay, so before starting the session, let me just give a brief about myself. My name is Anant Johari. I have been teaching with Gradeup for quite some time. In totality, I have around 18 years of experience. I have scored 100 percentile in quant some 4 or 5 times. In the process, I have also done my MBA from IMT Ghaziabad and currently I am teaching with Gradeup. So that's a brief about me. Okay, now there are two parts to your CAT preparation. If you are preparing for CAT 2020, there is a program for you for the mocks. When we talk about mocks, it's not only mocks for CAT examination, whether you are preparing for CAT, whether you are preparing for Z, whether you are preparing for CMAT, MAT. So there are different papers for which you will be eligible if you enroll for this Gradeup green card. Okay, to enroll for it, you need to call us on 96500 the number which is given at the bottom of it. Okay, so if you are preparing for CAT 2020, there is nothing like it. Okay, it will give you a big number of mock papers for all the examination, whatever you are preparing for. This is for CAT 2020, but if you are preparing for CAT 2021, we started a course on, okay, so there are some important sessions. These sessions are happening on 12th November, 13th November, 14th November, 15th November, and 16th November, which is about what is the course which we are giving you, how you should prepare for CAT 2020, how to improve your reading ability, because when it comes to CAT or any other aptitude test for that matter, it's the reading ability which makes a difference. Okay, for quant, how to improve your quant, how can you score a good number of marks in quant section, and then what are the different strategies which you need to work on in order to excel in your CAT examination. Okay, so these are the 5 sessions. Okay, you can join these. All of them are free sessions for all CAT 2021 aspirants. Okay, then we have a CAT comprehensive course. Batch 2 started on 12th of October. So it is already batch wherein you will get all the guidance from CAT toppers, and there will be a big time sessions on your concept clarity. Then there will be exhaustive day-wise study plan which will be given to each and everyone, a very systematic plan for each and everyone covering the entire CAT syllabus. So for all of you, there will be a different plan, okay, depending upon how good you are in your specific subject, which is your strength, what is your weakness, depending upon everything, there will be a day-wise study plan which will be given to all. Then there will be a number of quizzes, live classes, and all the topics will be covered through them. So basically, and then it will also include your GDPI preparation. So basically, there are two modules for CAT 2021. First module will be foundation, where will be certain classes which will focus on your basics, because if your basics are in place, then and only then you can we can expect you to do good. Okay, we can expect you to understand the shortcuts, techniques, and whatnot. So first there will be 34 classes on the basics. So out of those 34 classes, there will be 12 classes on quant, 10 classes on verbal ability, 12 classes on data interpretation, logical reasoning. Once this foundation course will be over, then we will take you towards the advanced classes when the difficulty of the questions will go up, and there will be doubt sessions and quizzes which will be coming in. Along with this, there will be sessions on GK and GDPI as well. So that will be the advanced sessions, advanced classes. So there are two parts. One is foundation module. Second is the advanced classes. Okay, and that's about what do you expect from the foundation. From foundation module, your expectation, yeah, our expectation will be that we build upon your basics. Once you have your basics in place, it will be advantageous for you to understand the things. Okay, the advanced classes will cover the complete topic in depth at par with the level of preparation you need for the for cracking any MBA examination for that matter. Then there will be doubt classes. So in each and every, okay, whenever you take a quiz, whenever you take any examination, there will be certain doubts. Just to clear all those doubts, there will be special doubts classes for each and every topic and subject. And then there will be revision workshop at the end of the completion. Okay, so this is our approach for the comprehensive course, which we are starting right now for CAT 2021. Okay, and there will be previous year's questions, both explanation, solution, mock work. Okay, whatever way you want to take, you can take all the previous year papers. And it's not only CAT, it is all competitions, whether it is CAT, Z, NM, SNAP. So any examination which you are preparing for, we will give you the previous year's papers for everything for practice. Okay, so before that, it will be mock test and sectional test, which will be on the latest pattern. And will, okay, as you know that CAT is the examination of your preparedness and your coolness. Okay, so we will enable you with as many mocks, as many section tests as you can take. Now, what the advantage of taking all these mocks and section tests? The advantage of taking these tests is that once you start taking these tests, okay, there will be a coolness which will come to you. Okay, for you, the real CAT paper should be just like another mock for you. So we'll give you enough number of mocks, enough number of section tests on the latest pattern, which will help you to gain the real feel, so that when you are giving the actual examination, you don't feel it, okay, that it is a CAT. You should feel it's just like any other mock paper. So we'll give you enough number of mock, and believe us, the final CAT paper which you will be taking will be very similar to one of the mock tests which you would have already taken before. There will be quizzes to build up speed and accuracy. So there are a lot of examinations like SNAP, NM, IFT, wherein you need to have a lot of speed to answer it. Okay, so there are certain examinations which focus on your on your concept clarity. There are certain exams which focus on your speed. So to build up the speed, there will be a time bound quizzes with extra number of questions that will be after each and every class, that will help you to build up your speed. All the notes will be given to you in the PDF format, so that while taking the classes, you don't focus on just making the notes, and you understand the concept in details. And all the notes will be given to you in PDF format, which you can go through after attending the classes. Then class PPTs will be given to you in the PDF format for your quick revision. So these are the advantages. Over and above this, there will be doubt session. You can always raise your doubts with your faculty. So if there's a live classes, you can always stop your faculty, ask for your doubts, and don't let the faculty move ahead till the time your doubts are cleared. Over and above this, there will be special doubt sessions as well, which will enable you to clear all your doubts. And then there will be a report card which will track your attendance and progress along with all the students. So when we talk about a CAT, it's not your graduation examination where you just need to score 40% of your marks or 33% of your marks. Okay, this is the examination wherein you have to score more than the other students who are aspiring for the same examination. Okay, so there will be a report card which will be given to you, which will track all your progress along with the other students. Then study plan tab. So daily, day-wise classes will be there. So there will be a complete study plan which would be given to you for your complete preparation. Hello, Akash. Okay, so this is what it is. Okay, then there's a there's a Gradeup community which you will be a part of as a part of your comprehensive course. In this community, you will be along with all those students who are appearing for all the MBA examinations. The advantage of such a community is it will keep you updated with all the updates which are happening around. All the announcements would be there. Okay, so if you are a part of a community wherein all the students are preparing for MBA examination, there's very less chances that you will miss any of the major announcements, which otherwise is a high possibility of missing. Daily free quizzes, mini mocks, and okay, so there's no limit to the questions. Okay, As long as you can solve the questions, we will be able to provide you questions in forms of quizzes, mini mocks, and everything. Okay, so then over and above this, you will be engaging with, we will be engaging you with other MBA aspirants, so that you stay motivated for your MBA preparation. So that's about the comprehensive course which we are doing for our CAT 2021. In case you are preparing for CAT 2021, you can always join us any of those courses. Okay, that's about Gradeup courses for CAT 2021. Now about percentage calculation. So to start with percentage calculation, first thing which you need to do is to remember all the reciprocals from 1 to 30. So you have to remember all the reciprocals from 1 to 30. And how to remember these reciprocals? You have to remember these reciprocals in the percentage form. So for example, when I say 1 upon 1, it is 1, but we will call it 100%. Okay, 100% is 1 itself. So similarly, when I say 1 upon 2, what is 1 upon 2? 1 upon 2 is 50%. 1 upon 3 is 33.33%. So you have to remember all the reciprocals in the percentage form till 30. Now what is the advantage of remembering the reciprocals? Okay, you can always say, okay, I will calculate. So there are two advantages. One, when you actually calculate, it takes a lot of time, and secondly, in most of the questions you have to deal with the percentages. Okay, so if you have to deal with the percentages, it's always advisable to remember those in the percentage form. So it always helps you. Okay, for example, if someone says I have a profit of 37.5%, so the minute I say, okay, 37.5% is 3 by 8. Okay, I can easily say, oh, boss, if my CP is 8, my profit is 3. So this is the numbers. Okay, how to get those numbers. The numbers comes very easy to me when I remember those reciprocals. Second advantage of remembering the reciprocals is it gives you a comfort with the numbers. Okay, and it's all about your comfort with the numbers. Okay, if you have a comfort with the numbers, it's always you remove all those phobia for the numbers per se. So remembering reciprocals to 30 helps a lot, and that's in the percentage form, not decimal form. Okay, secondly, it's always easy to remember 1 by 7 is 14.28%, then 0.1428. 14.28% is much easier to remember than 0.1428. So it's always as advisable to remember it in the percentage form. Okay, so let's try to learn a few reciprocals here in the today's session. So can I say can I expect you to remember 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, 1 by 16? So 1 by 2 is 50%. If I remember 1 by 2 is 50%, 1 by 4 will be half of it, which will be 25%. 1 upon 8 will be further half of 1 by 4, which will be 12.5%, and 1 by 16 would be further half of 1 by 8. So half of 1 by 8 is 1 by 16, which is half of 12.5, which is 6.25%. So I remember 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, 1 by 16. Then let's mark these four numbers. I remember 1, obviously 1 upon 1 is 100%. I remember 5, 1 upon 5 is 20%, 1 upon 10 is 10%. These are numbers which I remember. Over and above this, I also remember, I can easily remember 2, 4, 8 and 16. Yes? So can I say that, okay, these are the numbers which I can easily remember? Okay, now similarly, 1 upon 3 is 33.33%. Can I say 1 upon 6 will be half of it? And half of 33.33% would be 16.66%. And 1 upon 12 will be further half of 1 by 6, which makes it 8.33%. Yes? Now, if 1 upon 3 is 33.33%, can I say 1 upon 9 will be 1/3 of 1 upon 3? which will come out to be 11.11%. And if 1 upon 9 is 11, 11, 11, 11, 1 upon 11 would be 9999. So 1 upon 11 is 9.09%. Also, if 1 upon 9 is 11.11%, 1 upon 18 would be half of 11.11%, which comes out to be 5.55%, and 1 upon 22 would be half of 9.09%, which is 4.54%. Okay. Over and above this, if 1 upon 3 is 33.33%, can I say 1 upon 30 would be 1/10 of it? And when I say 1/10 of it, I just need to move decimal by one position. So 1 upon 30 will become 3.33%. And 1 upon 15 will become 2 by 30, which is 6.66%. Yes, so far so good. Yes, guys. So now I know 3, I know 6, I know 9, I know 11, I know 12, I know 18, 22 and 30. So these all numbers are done with me, and I remember, I know these numbers. Okay, it is just that I don't know them very directly, but indirectly I know all of them. Then of the balanced numbers, 1 upon 7 is 14.28%. Now what is 7 to the 7 into 2 is 14, 14 into 2 is 28. Okay, so there is no rule like 1 upon 7 has to be double and double. Okay, don't tell me 1 upon 8 is not 16.32%. No, it doesn't happen that way. Some of my friends told me that 1 upon 7 is 14.28%, which is 7 to the 2, 7 into 2, 14, 14 into 2, 28. It helped me to remember those numbers. Okay, I'm just passing on that information which someone gave to me. It might help you to remember that number as well. Similarly, 1 upon 14 would be half of 14.28%. Half of 14.28% is 7.14%. And 1 upon 28 would be 3.57%. Okay, so if you look at these numbers, 14, 28, 7, 14, 35, 7. Does it strike you? Yes, all of them are multiples of 7. So basically 1 upon 7, 1 upon 14, 1 upon 28 are nothing but multiples of 7. Someone told me, I am just passing on that information to you. Okay, probably it might help you. So I will remember. Okay, and secondly, 1 upon 13. What is the square of 13? 13 square is 169 and 13 reciprocal of 13 is 7.69. Okay, there is no rule like this. Someone told me, I am just passing on the information to help you to remember. So now I know 7, I know 13, I know 14, I know 28. And so all those numbers which are marked are known to me. I am left with the balanced number. Now I know that 1 upon 20 is 5% and 1 upon 25 is 4%. Now 1 upon 19, can I say will be slightly higher than 1 upon 20? 1 upon 19 will be slightly higher than 1 upon 5% and 1 upon 21 would be slightly lower than 5%. If my numerator goes, okay, if my numerator is higher, my number is smaller. So if my numerator is higher, my number is higher. If my denominator is higher, my number is smaller. So if my denominator is increasing from 20 to 21, my number will reduce. Similarly, if my denominator is decreasing from 20 to 19, my number will increase. And this difference is 0.25% on either side. So 1 upon 19 is 5.25% and 1 upon 21 is 7.65%. Okay, will it help you to remember? Similarly, if you look at 1 upon 24 and 1 upon 26, difference from 4% is 0.25%. 0.15% on either of the two sides. Okay, so probably that will help you to remember 19, 20, 21, 24, 25 and 26, which makes it all these numbers. Okay, so I know all these numbers now. Now what all numbers are left? I am left with 17, 23, 27, 29. So these are the only four numbers which we have to remember. Other numbers are pretty easy to remember per se. So now looking at these four numbers as well. 1 upon 23 is 345, that is 3.45, and 1 upon 19 is 435, which is 4.35%. So basically you can say these two are a 345 family, because reciprocals are 345. For 27, sorry, for 27 it is 37. 1 upon 27 is 3.7, 37. Probably it will help you to remember those numbers. So the last number which you need to remember is 1 upon 17, which is 5.88%. Okay, so this is something which you actually need to remember. Otherwise, all other numbers I believe you are already known to you. There is not much which you need to remember there. Yes, guys? So far so good? Anything which you want to ask here? Anything which you guys want to ask here? Okay. So this is the way we can remember all the reciprocals. Okay. And then it will help you to solve the percentage calculations. Okay. It will help you to calculate the percentage faster. Now how to use these questions? Now say we have to calculate 3 by 17. Now one way of doing it is, we will make a table like this and then we'll solve the complete thing. But if I know, if I remember 1 by 17, can I say 3 by 17 is 3 times 1 by 17, which is 3 times 5.88%, which is 17.64%, which is much easier than actually calculating 3 by 17. But I can do it if and only if I remember, okay, that 1 by 17 is 5.88%. If I don't remember that 1 by 17 is 5.88%, I cannot use it. If I don't remember it, I will do it this way only, which is going to take lot more time than this method. Okay. Okay. Second one, calculate 5.75% of 23.33% of 57. Now, if you look at this question, okay, one way of doing it is 15.75% is nothing but 15.75% is 15.75 divided by 100 into 33.33 divided by 100 into 57, which is going to take lot more time than this method. Now what we said, 15.75. Now if I remember 1 by 19 is 5.25%, 15.75% will be 3 by 19. 33.33% would be 1 by 3 into 57. So 3 and 3 will get cancelled out. 19 3s are 57. My answer is 3, which becomes much easier provided we remember those reciprocals. Okay, but if we don't remember those reciprocals, okay, I will not be able to do it this way. I will remain solving it in the longer method. And if you believe that calculator in the examination hall is going to help you, it is basically not your digital calculator which is there on the desk. It is a calculator on the screen, and you have to use it using a mouse, which is not at all an easy task to do. So if you remember these reciprocals, if you are good in calculation, it's always going to help you. And more than help, it is going to give you a comfort with the numbers per se. Okay. So and that's how we'll do it. Now we'll just look at a few questions on percentages. Okay, try this question. Question says, yesterday Rohan had 40% more CDs than Karan had. Today Rohan gave 20% of his CDs to Karan. Now which of the following is true? Today Rohan has more CDs than Karan. Today Karan has more CDs than Rohan. Both of them have the same number of CDs. He had 40%, he gave 20%. Okay, so they should have same number of CDs now. Or is it insufficient information and we need more information to answer this question? Which is the right answer? Friends, what's the right answer and how to handle it? Okay, the easiest way answer is B. Today Karan has more CDs than Rohan. How to solve it? The easiest way of doing it is assuming numbers. What was my question? Rohan had 40% more CDs than Karan. So if I assume yesterday Karan had 100 CDs, so Rohan would have had 140. Now what is 20% of 140? 20% of 140 is 28. Okay, so basically Rohan gave 28 CDs to Karan. Now what is the CDs remaining with Karan? Karan is left with 100 plus 28, which is 128 CDs, when Rohan is left with 140 minus 28, which is 112 CDs. So basically now Karan will have more CDs than Rohan. That's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking the same thing is Rohan had 40% more CDs than Karan. Now if Rohan is giving 20%, so 20% of what? 20% of the original numbers which Rohan had, which is more than the numbers which Karan had. Okay, so if Karan had X CDs, Rohan had 1.4X CDs. If he would have given 20% of X, then they would have got equal CDs. But 20% of 1.4X is going to be more than 20% of X. So he is giving more CDs, and hence now Karan will have more CDs than Rohan. Got it? Is it clear, friends? Okay, moving to the next one. Y is 80% greater than X, then X is what percentage less than Y? Your options are 20, 80, 33.33, 44.44. Which is the right answer? Friends, try this. Yeah. Okay. Your answer is 44.44%. How to do it? Again, assume the numbers. Okay. If I simply assume X to be 100, what is Y? Y is 100 plus 80% of 100, which is 180. Okay, now we can see that X is 80 less than Y. And my question is, X is what percentage less than Y? So this difference 80 as a percentage of 180 will be how much? It is basically 4 by 9. And what is 1 by 9? 1 by 9 is 11.11%. So 4 by 9 will become 44.44%. X is what percentage less than Y? 44.44% less than Y. Okay, another way could have been The minute I realize y is 80%, what is 80%? 80% is basically 4 by 5, which means if x is 5, y is 4 more than 5, y would become 9. Now, question is 5 is how much less than 9? 5 is 4 less than 9, which as a percentage of 9 would be 44.44%. We could have done in either of the two ways. Yeah? Okay, moving to the next one. Next one is, in a stockpile of products produced by three machines M1, M2, M3, 40% and 30% were manufactured by M1 and M2 respectively. 3% of the product from M1 are defective, 1% from M2 are defective, and 95% of the product from M3 are not defective. What is the percentage of defective in the stockpile? What percentage of the goods are defective there? Yeah, friends, try this. Try this question. Yeah, how to try? How to solve it? Yep. Answer is 3%. Okay. And how to do it? Let's assume total number of products which are produced are 100. Now, if the total number of products are 100, M1 is producing 40 because 40 and 30 are produced by M1 and M2. M2 will produce 30 and the balance 30 will be produced by M3. Okay, now it says 1% of the product from M2 are defective. Okay, so what is 1% of 40? 1% of 40 would be 0.4. Then, sorry, 3% of M1. So 3% of M1 is 3% of 40, which is 1.2. Then 1% of from M2, which is 1% of 30, which is 0.3. And from M3, 95% of the products are not defective, which means 5% of the products are defective. Now 5% of the products, 5% of 30 would be 1.5. So totally, how many products are defective? 1.2 plus 0.3 plus 1.5, which add up to give me a 3. 3 out of how much? 3 out of 100. So 3 out of 100 is nothing but 3%, and that's my answer. Friends, is it clear? Guys, it is clear? Okay, moving to the next one. A student took 5 papers in an examination where full marks were same for each paper. His marks in these papers were in the proportion 6:7:8:9:10. In all papers put together, the candidate obtained 60% of the total marks. Find the number of papers in which he got more than 50% marks. Okay, so question is, a student have taken examination, 5 papers, maximum marks were same for all the papers, and marks which he has obtained is in the ratio 6:7:8:9:10. And in totality, this candidate has obtained 60% of the total marks. So in how many papers he has got more than 50% of the marks? Yeah. So what's the answer, friends? Try this. Okay, what is the answer for this question? How to solve it? Okay, answer is option C, which is 4. Now, let's assume these 6 students have scored. Okay, in these 5 subjects, this student has scored 6x, 7x, 8x, 9x, and 10x. Now, what is the average of 6x, 7x, 8x, 9x, and 10x? Since these numbers are continuous numbers, average would be the middle term. So, average of these 5 numbers would be 8x. So, average score 60% is nothing but 8x. So, if 8x equal to 60, x equal to 7.5. Now, if 8x is 60, can I say for sure, boss, 8x, 9x, and 10x? These are easily more than 50% because 8x itself is 60. Let's look at the other two numbers. 7x. What is 7x? 7x is 60 minus 7.5, and 6x is 60 minus 7.5 into 2. So 7x is 52.5 and 6x is 45. So 52.5 is again more than 50. So in totality, in 4 examinations, this student has scored more than 50, and 1 examination he has scored less than 50, which was the smallest score, which was the ratio of 6. Yes, friends? Okay, last question. Price of Maruti rises by 30% and sales of the car come down by 20%. What is the percentage change in the total revenue? Now, what is revenue? And your options are minus 4%, minus 2%, 4%, and 2%. Guys, please check this answer. Please solve it. Okay, answer is 4%. So, first of all, what is revenue? Revenue is basically total number of sales into price. So, let's keep it simple. Say, initially price was 1 and sales was 1 and my revenue was 1. Now, what happened to the price? Price has increased by 30%. So, price has become 1.3. What happened to the sales? Sales have reduced by 20%. So, sales has reduced by 20%. 1 minus 20% of 1 is 0.8. Now, 1.3 into 0.8 is 1.04. So, what happened? Revenue increased by from 1 to 1.04%. From 1 to 1.04. So, there is an increase of 4%. Okay. Also, whenever there is a relation of P into S equal to R, okay, this is one way of doing it. There can be other way of doing it. Whenever there is a relation of A into B equal to C, okay, just like we have here, P into S equal to R. So, if we know percentage change in P, let's say percentage change in P is A, percentage change in Q is B, so percentage change in R would be A plus B plus AB by 100. Okay, and when I say change, it may be increase or decrease. If it is an increase, it will take a positive number. If it's a decrease, it will take a negative number. So, what's the percentage change? Total, okay, what is A plus B plus AB by 100? A is 30, B is minus 20, and A into B will become 30 into minus 20, which is minus 20 into 30 upon 100, which will also give a plus 4%, which will also give an increase of 4%, which is your answer. Yes. So, My answer is my total revenue will increase by 4%. Now that is all from my side for today evening. These are few of the faculties who are taking up the classes for CAT preparation at Gradeup. All the faculties which we have scored 99.9 plus in their respective sections. So Pranav sir has scored 100% in LRDI and he takes LRDI classes. Jatin sir has scored 99.95% in Quant and he takes Quant classes. So all of us who are taking classes in Gradeup, we have scored 99.9 plus in our respective subjects, and many of us like me, Ajay, Tapesh, Vikrant, we have scored 100 percentiles. We have scored percentiles. We are one of the toppers, and we are taking the classes with the Gradeup. So that's all from my side today. Thank you for joining sessions. All the best for your preparation for CAT. Thanks, guys.